It's Maggie. Today I'm doing the chart of Meghan Markle. I thought I would look at her transits and progressions. Progressions are uh, the sun moves 1 degree every year, you're alive. So um, between the transits and the progressions, it tells you what's going on in your life. So yeah, maybe I'll do Prince Harry's later. But first of all, I'm going to start with her progressions and then I'll move on to her transits. I've done her chart before, so um, her progressed sun is in Virgo. It's in Virgo. So in the third house of communication, and it's on her Venus. She has Venus, Moon in Virgo in the third house of communication. So yeah, so anyway, we just got hit with this news. And so the communication about the move and everything is for their couple's health, for the health of the family. So anyway, moving on, her progressed sun is in Virgo. Normally her sun is a Leo. She's a Leo, very much a Leo. So her progressed sun is now in Virgo. Her progressed moon is in Aquarius. And her progressed Mercury and Venus are both in Libra. So her progressed moon is in Aquarius in the seventh house of relationships. So the progressions, I'll post the wheel. Progressions will be in green and the transits will be in red outside the wheel. So her house of partnerships is up for her, definitely. It's up for her. Just a huge change. The opposition is Leo, her ascendant. So yeah, making a major life change in partnerships, and the moon is what nurtures you. And so yeah, she's moving back home to North America, which I think, yeah, anyway. uh, so her progressed Mercury and Venus both are, well, Mercury's 12 degrees Libra, and Venus is 28 degrees Libra in the fourth house. Fourth house is all about family, home. Um, Mercury's communication, and Venus is what you like. So part of her, she's probably homesick, for one thing. Pluto, she has Pluto in the fourth house anyway in Libra. So, and it's sitting right on her Mercury in Libra. So yeah, they're making some major changes regarding the home, but it will be what they like, what she likes. And because Venus is what you like. So she wants to make it nice. And, the communication about it, because Mercury is pretty much on her Pluto, has been a little bit controversial, but it's her decision, their decision as a couple. I thought of doing this as a couple, but I wanted to do hers because we just had MLK Day yesterday, and I was going to do another chart, but yeah, I thought would do hers. So people are reacting differently, to this major change in their home life. Giving up the crown and the title and everything, but ultimately, it's they want to do what's best for them out of love. And Venus is the ruler of Libra. So yeah, I wish them well in their new home, and that's just what's going on for them in the home front. And there may be some dissent, Mercury sitting on her Pluto, but the dissenters, uh, she's always had transformation in the home life. With Pluto there, Pluto's the ruler of Scorpio, so it is transformative change. And she may be homesick. Yeah. So her progressed Mars is in Leo. Mars is action. It's the ruler of Aries and Scorpio, and it's in fire sign Leo. So she's moving her body her ascendant is her ascendant's Cancer. But anyway, she's moving herself. Yeah, she's using Mars fire. You know, it rules Aries and Scorpio, but it's in a Leo. It's, you know, it's hitting her Mercury. Her north node also is 1 degree Leo, and her sun is 12 degrees Leo, and so progressed Mars is 6 degrees Leo. Yeah, so it's just time to make a major change in her life, and that's what she's doing and communicating about it. And because Leo rules royalty, right? It is royalty. So there's communication about it, and just Mars's action, just major changes and action regarding the royal family, and ties to the royal family. So her ascendant is also, her progressed ascendant is in Leo. Let me just make sure. Her progressed ascendant is in Leo. So that's her body, her personality. It's in Leo. So being a Leo anyway, and it's in her second house of assets. So yeah, it's just changing up her. Well, physically, they're moving. You know, she's moving. They're moving. Her and Prince Harry. Um, but the ascendant is also your personality. But her progressed ascendant is in the second house of joint resources. So they've been saying they want to work independently and, um, you know, not be on a royal allowance and freedom. So yeah, that's her ascendant in the second house, being independent. She's a very independent Leo woman. Yeah, very independent, and certainly can make her own way in the world. You know, she has shown. Um, yeah, so those are her progressions. Her progressed midheaven is in Taurus, 21 degrees Taurus, and Taurus currently has Uranus transiting it. So that is shaking things up in the palace, definitely. Yeah, her midheaven is Aries. Her natal midheaven is Aries, but her progressed midheaven is in Taurus. And so currently Uranus is transiting Taurus at, let me just check what degree, 2 degrees Taurus. Um, Enough to shake things up in her in the royal house, you know, in the royal palace. The 10th house is authority. It is, you know, the Duke and Duchess and the royal family. Um, so Uranus and Taurus, it's just shaking everyone up. I mean, nobody expected this. Nobody expected this. And Uranus is sudden, unexpected, like a bolt of lightning changes, just radical, revolutionary, liberating changes. So she wants liberation. They both do. And so in the 10th house is like the authority, you know, this just like, call it like royalty, you know, there's not a whole lot of changes there. So for this to happen is just major. Some may see it as rebellion. It's certainly unusual, and that is her Uranus, her transiting Uranus sitting right in her 10th house, so very much in the public eye. But yeah, she wants to be liberated and go home. Wants to be liberated and go home. So yeah. So I'm going to take a look at her transits. Okay, so there's Jupiter, as we all know, there's Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in, you know, the conjunction, very tight conjunction. She has it in Capricorn. She has it in her 6th house of work and health in Capricorn. So she is changing her work and health. She's taking on a new role. You know, her work. Was part, is definitely changing. So Pluto, transiting Pluto is the end of one way of, you know, one way of working in the world. Work and health. It's affecting her work and health. So that could be her emotional health because the sixth house is opposed to the 12th house. And she has Cancer in the 12th house. She also has Mars in Cancer in the 12th house. So part of her is she's a very, very private person. Other than the outgoing Leo personality, there's a part of her that, of course, she holds her family sacrosanct and wants, some privacy. And so does Prince Harry. So the transiting North Node currently is in Cancer in her 12th house. In her 12th house, and it's almost on her Mars. So that's taking action to secure her health, her privacy. The 12th house is a secret, it's Pisces house, so it needs a sense of isolation, not wanting to be in the public eye, other than working, she wants to act some more or whatever. But yeah, anyway, her North Node. Also, the 12th house of Pisces is travel because it's ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. So yeah, they're going to be traveling overseas. And that's the opposition to the sixth house for health reasons, for the health of the family. Jupiter would be foreign travel overseas. Pluto would be changing the way she works or they work. And Saturn is building new structures. Excuse me, I need some water. Building new structures in their work. So Jupiter will bring good fortune with them wherever they go. So Neptune, transiting Neptune, remains in Pisces in her ninth house, again, of travel. That's Sagittarius's house. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, and Jupiter also is the ruler of Pisces. So yeah, they're going to be moving internationally. So that's what they're doing with their Neptune. That's what she's doing with her Neptune. The wounded healer, Chiron, is in Aries. So yeah, there's been a lot of wounding, internal wounding through her role. And so, yeah, and so she's listening to herself, and through that inner wounding is changing things, along with her husband, Prince Harry. So I talked about her Uranus. So I just kind of briefly wanted to go over her progressions and transits just to see what's going on. And they always correspond to what's going on anyway. So I wish them all the best. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, please like, subscribe, and share. All right, take care. Thank you.